Hello everyone, this is Krusty783 here, and Ninjago episode 18, Return to Primeval just dropped. This video is going to contain full spoilers for the episode, as it's a review and breakdown of what happens in the episode. So, if you don't want to get spoiled for the episode, be sure to click off the video now and come back once you've seen it. But for those who do want to see my thoughts on the episode now, enjoy the video. So the episode starts us off with an establishing shot of Ninjago City at night and pans down to the police impound, where they're currently holding the Destiny's bounty along with the original 4 ninjas' vehicles. The objective here is very simple: steal back the bounty and the vehicles and ideally don't get caught. Unfortunately, Zane is caught, but Wu manages to save him at the last minute, taking the police's walkie-talkies and flashlights away from them. After locking the 2 cops in the guard room, Zane and Wu have a talk about how morality is more important than legality, and how Wu feels bad because he didn't follow his conscience and help to save Nia because it would have broken the law. I think this is a really awesome and powerful little moment, and it really reinforces how much I love Wu in these modern seasons. Ever since his shift in characterization, which started in season 7, Wu has been a much more entertaining character to watch, which is weird because that's like the one thing season 7 does right. Anyways, after that little moment, the ninja power up their vehicles and then head to Primeval, and with that we cut to Primeval where Lloyd and Harumi are currently. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but I really like this little homage to the island. I really like the plot between Lloyd and Harumi in this episode. It's kind of like an inversion of the plot they had in season 8 where they went through Primeval. The only difference is that Lloyd went from loving her to absolutely hating her. So it's like the same thing as season 8 but just with the completely opposite vibe. I really like it. So pretty much the whole episode is basically this back and forth between Lloyd and Harumi. Harumi basically constantly rubbing in his face that Lloyd's really gullible and trying to convince him and like fool him into loving her again and stuff. And Lloyd is just having none of it. I really like how much of like Lloyd's character development he shows in this episode. If this was season 8 Lloyd, he would be falling for this stuff left, right and center. But modern Lloyd is a lot smarter and he's a lot more resilient. But despite that, he's not like a horrible person like he was on track to be in season 11. So yeah, I really enjoy the dynamic between these two in these episodes. They always go together really well and make for really entertaining scenes a lot of the time, but in this episode they are especially good. One of my standout moments is when they're in the quicksand and Lloyd needs Harumi's sword in order to get away, and Harumi very reluctantly gives him the sword. I thought it was a really nice little moment. I think Lloyd and Harumi have an excellent hero-villain dynamic, and I think they bounce off of each other really well, so watching them interact together is very entertaining. Also, I love how no-nonsense Lloyd is at this point. You can see how tired he is of interacting with Harumi, and how he knows all of her little tricks at this point, so most of her deception, it kind of just falls on deaf ears, and just annoys him.
You can get off me now.
I'm not on you. You're on me.
I think it's really neat. I also really like how this episode doubles down on the character growth seen for Lloyd in season 11. The whole idea is that while he should be more resilient and not trust everything he hears, he also shouldn't get to the point of just being paranoid and hating everything, and this episode really reinforces that.
I'd rather be gullible than deceitful. I'd rather choose to see the good in people than the bad. All you have inside you is hate and anger and fear.
We don't get much dialogue from the Council of the Crystal King in this episode, but the little interactions we do get are really great.
I saw something green. I swear it.
Green? Oh, well, that's helpful. He could be anywhere.
It's worth noting that this part of the episode proves that the flash of purple in Harumi's eyes wasn't mind control, and like most people were saying, was in fact Oni power. You know, like episode 13 shows the Overlord giving her. I don't know how this was even a debate. The Council of the Crystal King on their Crystal Dragon Gargoyle thing spot Lloyd and Harumi fighting and drop in to help the Quiet One. And I know this is a very minor thing to hyperfixate on, but I really like the animation of this little moment. The camera turn, the sword swing, everything about it makes it flow so well. I really like this little bit of choreography. Anyways, Lloyd continues to run from the Council and Harumi until he ends up on the edge of a cliff. And Harumi gives him a talk about how basically all of his ideals are crap and they've got him absolutely nowhere. Harumi is then quickly proven wrong by the arrival of the Destiny's bounty and the rest of the ninja team, who are revealed to still be alive to Lloyd. After this, a battle between the ninja on their vehicles and the council on their dragons ensue, and it leads to the ninja retreating after seeing the Overlord's floating temple. Upon seeing this, Wu realizes that they're completely under-equipped to deal with a situation like this as of right now, and orders all of the ninja to retreat to go and regroup. After a really tense little scene of Lloyd and Harumi staring at each other, which, by the way, this shot of Lloyd, you could tell me it's from the movie, and I would maybe believe you for a few seconds. It gets that close to being Ninjago movie quality, which I think is very impressive. But on that note, the episode ends. And honestly, what an episode it was. Again, like episode 17, depending on where the plot goes, my opinion might change on this episode. So say if Lloyd and Harumi do end up together, my opinion will probably get very negative of all the Harumi stuff. But as of right now, I honestly really liked it. I love the dynamic between Lloyd and Harumi, I love the scene at the start where the ninja break into the impound and steal the vehicles, and the battle at the end of the episode is fantastic. While I'm not going to spoil anything from the remaining Cantonese episodes, the battles in the second half of Crystalized so far have been genuinely fantastic and hands down the best in Ninjago's run. They are seriously good stuff. So yeah, overall, I really liked this episode. Let me know what you think of it in the comments down below though. Did you enjoy it? Did you not like it? Be sure to let me know why. As always, thank you to my wonderful channel members whose names are on screen now. If you want to get membership, hit the join button, although do not feel pressured to. You are not obligated to give me money. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like on it and share it with a friend if you found it entertaining enough to do so. Who is okay with spoilers, of course. Thank you so much for watching this video, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.